Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream tonight. Just for the record, it is October 13th, really October 12th, late at night. It's 12:30 in the morning, and just going over the crypto market. We'll give it a little bit for the live stream to start and everybody to hop in. Alrighty. Okay. I'm gonna go over those and what I'm predicting next. So just give it a little bit more, let everybody hop in here before we get this started. For those of you that are new, my name is Badoggy. I'm a crypto trader, mostly crypto, but I recently moved into trading stocks. Just a few stocks, not too many. I found some stocks that have some good volatility, and I like to trade volatility because where there's volatility, there's opportunity. So I don't trade, all stocks because most stocks aren't volatile. So that's why I really like crypto. And yeah, so we'll just go ahead and dive into this. All right. So just looking at the coin market cap here. Bitcoin still sitting at the same price range. Sitting at a kind of a little bit down, but not really, just kind of sitting sideways right now. Ethereum a little up, pretty much sitting sideways from the last live stream though. Up on the 24-hour. Check out the change in 24 hours, the biggest gainers today. Digix futures, that exchange. I believe this is becoming a new exchange, I believe. Let's take a look at this. I believe this is a decentralized exchange, if I'm correct. Oh no, it's a futures trading exchange. Okay. Yeah, they I believe they're gonna be the alternative to trading on BitMEX. So definitely some hype coming around them. I believe no fees or low fees, one of the two. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a decentralized account balances, so you hold your balances. That's pretty sweet. That's a big gainer today. Doing 40% on the 24-hour. I believe it ran up to at least 11 cents or something like that. That's pretty sweet. Wasn't a part of that. Wasn't paying attention to that one, but that's alright. Any gains are great gains on a day. Tron. I didn't go over Tron, but I did say it was a good buy yesterday. And sure enough, it did. It did a 7% as of right now. I think it possibly went up to 10%. Siacoin is definitely, looking like a fair project to be paying attention to, since they are forking away from ASICs, knocking off the Bitmain amp miners. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with them and their project. Definitely some major room to grow for them. I know there's going to be, I want to say this project has a lot of room to grow, with the fact being that by knocking off all of those amp miners that are just heavily dragging this coin down by mining it by the masses and selling it, that there should be less of a sell-off. I mean, there are people with the obelisk miners. I know that, let's see, Siacoin obelisk tech. So very interesting. They are kind of centralizing their mining, which in a way I don't agree with, but at the same time I understand. It's a big FU to Bitmain. So yeah, I believe they just did a sell. Yeah, it looks like the batch 5 sell is over. I wonder if we can get any more. I imagine these miners would probably make a good return considering the fact that they should be the only miners on the network for Decree and Siacoin. Especially, see, Siacoin mining difficulty. Let's take a look at the difficulty on Siacoin. So, I don't believe they forked yet. So, I believe the ASICs are still on this algorithm. Yeah, as you can tell, it's just grown tremendously. 14 back in April, all the way up to 59. So, yeah, they definitely, it's gonna be a huge drop. I'm not sure exactly when the ASICs for, let's see, oh wow, so the difficulty is super low back here. This is where I imagine the ASICs from Bitmain came into play, and they released, and then just over time, more and more people bought them and just grew the network. So, okay, right here, let's see, yeah, correction, ASICs introduction right here, boom. So with those ASICs jumping up from right here at, wow, from 1 all the way up to 50, 59, that is a tremendous amount of gains for the difficulty. So considering the fact that those ASICs are going to be knocked off, this should drop from 50 all the way technically back down to 1, and then of course the miners that are going to be put on there from Obelisk, their Siacoin's actual miners, that's gonna definitely be good opportunity for some gains because that difficulty is gonna go down and you can stack up a lot of Siacoin. That's gonna be very interesting to see. Let's see. Yeah, so that's gonna be very interesting to see what happens with that. I'm not gonna buy an Obelisk miner and start mining Siacoin. I did mine some. I was dual mining with Ethereum, but you know, I'm not gonna partake in that, which I might regret because it might be some really good gains. But that's very interesting to watch, so I would definitely pay attention to that. Obelisk, the miners. I wonder what the ROI will actually come out to. We'll just have to wait and see. But back into it. So yeah, Siacoin. And yeah, that's pretty much it for just overall market. You know, some green. Looks like we are coming a little bit down. Market cap staying fairly around the same market cap. Just money going in and out of different coins. Of course, you know, that beautiful volatility. So moving on to some technical analysis here on Bitcoin. So this is Bitcoin, the day chart, Bitfinex. I like to look at Bitfinex just because it's a really good exchange and it has a lot of history, so you get more data. So right here, looking at the RSI, these lines I drew right here for like somewhat this pennant is on the day, and these lines they don't correlate to the day chart. They are for the 4-hour chart that I drew back in here. Trend lines up and down. It's just so you know what we're looking at. And yeah, I mean, I said yesterday that you know, this is my buy zone right here at this green, even all the way up to here. Definitely get a dollar cost average, and you know, still doing that almost 2%. Did a 2% the other day yesterday, and Bitcoin is it's sitting in a little bit of iffy territory for me. Um, it's looking like it wants to come up, and it's starting to from these dollar cost average levels, but at the same time, it's seeming like it wants to be pulled down, and so that's why I'm really big at dollar cost averaging. So getting into a position, in any position, rather being Bitcoin or altcoin, you know, here 30%, all the way down to like 6K, 30%, and then saving that last 30% for like 59 all the way down to 57, just in case it goes there. But I don't expect it to go any lower than this, honestly. And whenever it does, if it goes lower than this and these levels, I expect these levels to hold and a major bounce to the upside from there. But that's all just probability, so we'll just have to see. For the meantime, you know, RSI sitting right here at about 39, roughly 40. Yeah, about 40. You know, on its way up from 36, 35 yesterday. And I honestly want to say that we can make a move up to like the 6,400, 6,450 before, or at least an attempt up to it, maybe like halfway. I know we did win up to like 6,350, so yeah, 6,357 on this exchange. Might have been a little more on other exchanges, but definitely some good opportunity with Bitcoin sitting sideways like this, trading in between these ranges and all the way up to here. Definitely some good opportunity, and yeah, I'll get on to the opportunity in the crypto market, but I do want to take a moment to switch over to the stock market and the stock market trade that I let out yesterday and how that did. And yeah, I did collect profits on my trade. I am looking over Canopy Growth Corporation. It's a Canadian cannabis corporation, and of course in Canada, and they did it really good today. I let out a call last night, and from where the call was, of course, you know, the market opens in the morning. It's not 24/7 like crypto. We did 7% today. 7% swing in the stock market on the daily. That is just outstanding. That is outstanding. I don't know too many stocks that do that, and being able to trade this and pay attention, you know, and just using these Fibonacci levels, trading in between them, and of course bouncing off the RSI. I noticed with the RSI there's a good support zone right here at 41, you know, bouncing from there. But with this one, I wasn't focusing fully on the RSI, more on these Fibonacci levels. I did a Fibonacci top right here, and I did the bottom right here, and so I've had this set up, and I have two Fibonacci's here, one of a macro all the way up to here, and then one of a little bit of a micro, a little bit smaller of a time frame right here, and they match up very well between different levels and seeing. And so I had rode this bounce before. It's that green arrow right there, and then, you know, trading here, I did not catch this swing. I did miss out on this one. I wasn't paying attention to it. I was trading crypto at the time. And then once it came back down and followed this trend line on the Fibonacci level, from right here, I knew that it was a good buy. And I did not catch it there because I wasn't paying attention. But once I saw that it bounced there from there and came back down, as soon as I saw it trying to reach back to this level of the red in the Fibonacci, I knew that it would return, or I didn't know, I guess had a probability that it would return at least to the 618 level, which is right here. And that's on the micro, and then to be on a little bit of a macro time frame all the way up to here, very well could return to the 0.5. And I honestly believe that it would go all the way up to 618, which would be up to about like $51. And looking at this, it's at 49.80. But if I take a look on my app on my phone, I trade on Robinhood. If y'all need a stock app to trade on, I would definitely recommend Robinhood. And looking at this on the after hours, it's already up another 1%, so it's up to $50.55. So we'll do it from the low up to $50.55, 8%, almost 9, and then from there possibly a pullback. But in the meantime, there's still opportunity for this stock to grow, especially riding the hype of the news of recreational cannabis coming into play, October 17th, which is in 4 days. So might be wanting to hold this for some higher highs possibly, but I'm gonna be in and out, gonna collect my 7 to 8% and be happy with that. And if it continues upward, cool. I'll continue to study it, see where my next buying opportunity will be, and we'll ride it from there. But just wanted to let y'all know about that and let that call be known. I gave you out the buy, and I want to just recommend to take profits when due. And 8% on the day in the stock market is definitely a good time to take profits. So might want to think about that if you took on that trade. So moving back into crypto, Bitcoin having a little bit of a upside right here over the night. Moving back into Golem. So Golem is performing okay. It did some pretty good swings. This is Golem the Bitcoin. This is Bitfinex. This is not what I want. Let's see. I like looking at this one on Binance because I like to trade this on Binance. And it's at 2366 Satoshis. And I do think that it has some potential to grow. It had some good swings today. Let's see. Let's do the daily. We'll go to 4 hour. Do the 4 hour chart, do a price range. So the 11th. Let's move to the 12th today. Alright, so from today, the low did a 6% swing, and I did not collect profits on this, to be honest with you. As I said, I was hoping for it to come up to 16 cents, and definitely should have taken profits. I'm always big on taking 5% profits. You take 5% profits here, 5% profits there. That adds up very quickly, and your portfolio will gain big numbers rather than just hoping for 25%. You collect 5% 5 times over 5 days, and yeah. So, but honestly, I don't see this one to crash too much, and I think I'm just gonna hold my position on this one, which I'm a little iffy on because I'm either gonna hold my position on it or I might move into a different altcoin that I do see a little bit more opportunity in, or I might go half and half, split, keep half in here and half into another altcoin. On this call from where I bought in and what I let out yesterday, you could have collected 6%, but as of right now, I'm literally only down not even 0.1%. So I'm not even tripping because, as you know, in crypto, your portfolio is gonna sometimes be down 3-5%. It could go all the way to like 14.3 again, possibly all the way to 14. I don't see it going any lower than that really. 13.8 at the very most, but I honestly don't even see it going down that much. But you should expect your portfolio, if you don't honestly catch the absolute bottom, your portfolio to go down 1 to 3, possibly 5%. Hopefully not, but hopefully you can catch those bottoms just so you can make 13 plus % or so. So I'm definitely going to continue holding this one and stick to my trade. I believe in my trades, and that's one big thing about me is the confidence. But you know, if those stop losses have to come into place and I have to trigger those and move on to the next trade, I will do so. But as the time being, I just still do believe in Golem. It just depends on what Bitcoin gaining up loss. We just wait until it goes. Look, it's already almost back up to where I bought. So might take half out and move into ontology. Reason being is ontology seems like a really good opportunity to me because I feel like this one has possibly bottomed out. You know, right here at $1.14, trading pretty steady in between here. This range of $1.63 up to like $2.20. And looking at this, especially compared to the Satoshi level, I see major room on this one to grow. And I don't want to be like pessimistic and say that this can just happen, but looking between, you know, support levels that would now become resistance, I think we can expect a 23 to like 47% gain on this. And I'm thinking about moving into ontology, at least half of my capital, just to see where it goes. Oh wait, sorry, that's Golem. Haha, moving on. But I do still think the same thing. I was doing a technical analysis on it earlier before this video. You know, yeah, right there. I do think, you know, trading at these resistance levels over here, I'm paying attention to, right here and over here. I do think we can see $20 to like, yeah, 45%. I think we could see on ontology. So I'm definitely going to be watching this one. It's at $1.80 right now. I think it can continue up to at least like 240. Well, trading in between that range. I think it can continue up to 220 for like a 25% trade, and then all the way up to like 260 or so, something like that. Just from looking at these support levels, which will now become resistance on the way up. If anybody doesn't understand that when I say that, what I mean is, so on the way down, right, you're coming down, this is a support level from right here. So back in April, people bought. They bought, and so when they bought, overbought with the RSI, it has to come down. It just can't continue up. People are going to take their profits. They're going to be up thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, $100, however much they put in. And they're going to take their profits, of course, because it's trading. That's what we do. We make money. And so when it comes down, you can see how the RSI follows it. And then coming down, boom, right here, before we had this initial huge run up, this was a good, which you can see is support level. So coming down, we had a boom right here, it came down, kind of did a somewhat of a bounce, but wasn't strong enough of support. From this momentum coming down, it just kept going down to the absolute bottom right here. And this actually absolutely bottomed out. Wish I would have caught it here and traded it up to here, but kind of trying to do the same trade. Let's see what that was percentage wise. Woo! 150% on ontology between like a day or two. Lord, I wish I would have caught that. When was that? That was August 17th. I wasn't even watching this then. I wish I was. That would have been great to catch that. So yeah, so back to the support resistance explaining. So boom, on the way down, it hit right here, oversold, RSI under the range of 30 down to 20, and these are buys, so people bought here. On the way down, it would now be support, and so going up to these levels right here where people bought, came down, they're trapped. They want to get out, at least make their money back. So when it returns to those levels, you can expect for people to sell off. So it would now be resistance on the way up. Just for those people that don't understand that, that's exactly what that means. So yeah, gonna be watching Ontology for sure. It looks like a good opportunity to me. Gonna be watching Golem. Still gonna be watching Canopy growth. You know, buy the news, sell the hype. Buy the hype, sell the news. Yeah, buy the hype, sell the news. And honestly, even after once they go into play, I mean, they're going to be making sells. I expect this stock to grow on its own over time, so definitely something to watch, especially trading in between these Fibonacci levels. So glad we were able to take profits there, and having one trade work out was great. This trade, it fairly worked out. Didn't take profits on, but that's all right. You know, we can still opportunity here, and still other opportunity in the market. So gonna continue watching that, especially watching Bitcoin. These are the dollar cost averages, DCA levels that I have. You know, right here around 62, 6300, all the way down to 6210, and between 60. So this is where I expect the candles to go, and then we can have a wick into 6210 all the way down to 5900. So what that means is on a candle time frame, you can expect like a longer time frame to be opportunity to buy. But with a wick, you know, this is the 4 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour just to show you. So 1 hour, there's honestly no way to catch these unless you're paying attention. So let's see a good example. Good example like right here. So right here at this dollar cost average that I have is 6,300, right? So for this hour, I'm going to hit the pretty much absolute bottom for the time being. The candle, this is an hour long, so this is a whole hour. The candle was about 15 minutes, and the wick continued, and that wick probably honestly it was down here and only stayed down here at 6,200 for about 15-30 minutes top. I'd say about 15 minutes, maybe even less honestly. So it's just so quick that you're not gonna catch it unless you have alerts set up, or if you're watching the market, or if you have those automatic buys set in. And that's what I do, is I set those automatic buys because I believe in trading between this RSI and these levels of dollar cost averaging in. So just looking here, I would definitely dollar cost average in between 6,300 here all the way down to 6,210, in between this range of a wick 5,900. And if it goes to here, I would definitely watch it. If it breaks out of this buy, I wouldn't set up a buy in between here. I would just set up an alert. You can do that with TradingView if you have an account. If you don't, I would definitely recommend getting on TradingView. It's a great platform to trade on and view charts. And I would watch it in between here, see if it breaks out of this. If it breaks 5,700 down to 5,600, I would definitely expect it to go lower, possibly 4K range. But for the time being, I am dollar cost averaging on Bitcoin between here, and mostly on other altcoins when Bitcoin is at these levels. So gonna just stack my buys in, continue to watch the market and take profits when due. And I hope that y'all do the same. So I hope that y'all enjoyed the live stream, learned a few things. I definitely recommend for everybody to do their own technical analysis, make their own trades, and take their own ideas, because this is only what I'm doing, this is what I believe in, and this is definitely not financial advice. So yeah, do this all at your own risk, make your own money, and use your own ideas. It's great to just hop on here and try and learn. Even if you don't make a trade, try and do some technical analysis and see if you're right or wrong, and that's the only way to learn, honestly. So I wish y'all the best of luck. If y'all enjoyed this live stream, be sure to give it a like, smack that subscribe button for future videos and live streams, and I will see you on the next one. Alrighty, Badoggy out.